I'm Chelsea, and I'm here with Mr. Copley, and I have a few questions to ask you today, Mr. Copley.
Sure, Chelsea, anytime.
It seems like a lot of kids here actually do not know you. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I became unknown because I left the school approximately 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago to be exact. And I, had a little bit of a tour doing different pieces in the district, and I've come back. But my story is that I'm an immigrant. I'm a South African native and of Irish descent, and I came to America 15 years ago. I've been living in Highland Park for the last 11 years.
Have you ever been a pro actor, like professional, and done
Yeah.
big things?
That's what my career was for the first, from the age of 20 to 35. So I spent time working in Australia as a professional actor, in England, in South Africa, and also in San Diego. When I came to America, I tried to pursue acting, and that lasted about 4 years, where I got my equity card and my SAG card.
What made you decide to teach? I mean, that's a pretty big business in acting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was pretty realistic. What happened in my personal life had a big influence. I came to LA to pursue acting, and my wife also got transferred to LA in her business. But my father died 15 days before I left San Diego, and that had a big effect on me. And I also got skin cancer, and part of my nose was affected by cancer, and I had a large part of my nose cut away.
Can't even tell.
So maybe you can't tell right now, but I dropped my agent. And with those two things in play, and I just bought a house, I just went, something, with all of these factors rolling together, I'm gonna lean back on the master's degree that I had in theater and pursued becoming a professional theater teacher.
It's pretty interesting. So, after you left Eagle Rock, you went to that fancy new art school downtown. How was it there?
The art school, it was a good experience for me as an educator to see how other systems work and to look and see how, it's really my third high school. I came from Bell High School before I came here. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't the right fit for me at all. I was just having a chat to a student in the auditorium right now in the fashion club, and I just kind of put it very broadly that, and don't take this personally, Eagle Rock feels like New York City, and the Vapa High School felt like LA west of the 5.
So that's why you decided to come back here?
Yeah, this is a village that I want to be in.
Lovely analogy. So you have some old students that you met before you moved, but there's also a lot of new ones you have. What's it like to teach new upcoming actors?
It's fantastic. I have, for the most part, I know Nick, and I've known you through just popping by. The young kids, my middle school class is fabulous. And to be honest, I've taught middle school here for 4 years. I've had 4. This crop is something else. And so I'm really excited that they continue to excel and stay at Eagle Rock.
So when do you have your first show planned to showcase all this new talent here?
Showcase is the word. I actually have a showcase on Halloween, or the weekend of Halloween, the Friday. I actually want to bring it forward, so this is really coming up sensationally soon. We'd like to put in at least 3 or 4 performances of a little play called Hard Candy, and we're jiving it up so that it's really a Halloween spoof, and it's about a bunch of wackos going to an interview, and the bottom line is it's about the job you don't want, and it's about the boss you don't want, and it's also about the employee you would never hire.
Yeah, some bit of that. Question.
That's okay.
What are your expectations this year?
Really, I have high expectations, always. But judging from where we are at, like we don't have a stage crew class, which is a big limitation because it means everything is slowed down in terms of infrastructure. There's a reason for everything. But this year I would like to make sure that we can achieve the first middle school production that this campus has seen for, well, I don't know, since long ages. And so we can really have a high school and middle school program both featuring that developmental spectrum. So if we can do 2 productions and start developing 3 clubs after school that service those productions and help other people in other programs on this campus, we would have done a lot this year.
Can you say a bit more about those clubs? I mean, it seems like not many people showing up.
No, I'm happy with the amount of people that are showing up because, to be honest, if you have too many people, you can't supervise them. And if you're dealing with stage combat, number one, if you have too many students, it becomes risky. So if we had 20 students in each club, I'd be happy as long as they came all the time. Stage Combat Club is directed by Mrs. Bolton, and she's a black belt in 2 different martial arts forms. And we have the Fashion Club, which is going to be led by my wife, who's a certified cosmetologist and designer. And then we're going to bring in an alumnus, Nick Hall, who I've worked with for many years, and he's worked all over town, and he's going to come in and mentor the stage crew.
Okay, all those clubs sounds really great.
It's fantastic. It's very good.
So there's that talk of the auditorium renovations going around.
Yeah.
Are they actually going to renovate it this year, or is that going to get in your way of what you expect?
I think they are going to renovate it this year. I think they're going to start. My sense is they're going to start in the new year. We are exploring some backup plans. We obviously want to do a high school show.
Yeah.
So the show I have in mind could be done inside or outside.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So we will put it on. I would prefer it if it was done inside. Obviously, we're turning room 120 into a theater because it is actually a theater classroom. The last resort would be that show would happen in this classroom. The other resorts are, we do it in the auditorium, number 1 choice. Number 2, we try and talk Occidental College into letting us have a theater, and we may only be able to get 1 performance there, but we would be able to use it as a fundraiser. The tickets would be more expensive because normally you have to do at least 3 nights to recoup your cost. Another choice would be Eagle Rock Elementary, if we can get talking to them, and we will be, and I have a relationship with them, a very strong one. Those 3 precede doing it in this room. The 4th option or 5th option is doing it outside, and I don't really want to go there right now because I think the show really is preferable to be indoors because it's a tragedy, and in my experience comedies work better outside unless the tragedy is done at night.
Oxy would be a great idea if we could get that.
There is a chance. There's a very decent chance. It would be amazing.
Do you have anything else to say about like what you're doing with stage crew or stage or anything?
I think what we're looking for is reinvesting in the students so that they feel that the program is serving their career needs as well. So when you're talking of stage crew in particular, the stage crew could be really, we're trying to make some internships happen, and we're having some success so far. We want to create relationships with LA Opera and Center Theatre Group, and we are going on a field trip tomorrow to see the Glass Menagerie. I'm very close to closing a Shakespeare field trip to A Noise Within, where we currently have a student who's an intern there. We are going to make sure that crew and performers feel that we're going to go beyond the boundaries of the school in terms of taking them on the road.
Alright, so let's end this with a tough question. Out of all the plays here at Eagle Rock, which is your favorite?
Oh, wow, wow. So difficult. I know that at the Macbeth, the opening night, I was pretty much close to tears with just a sense of absolute satisfaction. But also because we had some problems before, so that's all, you know. But Streetcar was very special, and I know that the building of that set, which was utterly beautiful, and the actors I had that year, funny, both those shows are from the same class. That year stands out as a year of utter dedication from stage crew and actors that I've yet seen paralleled. So if I have to make a choice, it would be Streetcar.
So let's make a show this year
That tops that, yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Alright, thank you for your time, Mr. Copley.
Thank you, Chelsea.
This will be featured soon.
It's a pleasure and all the best.
Alright, thank you.
Cool.